I just wanted to make a quick recording and show you how Closet Tools works, and also just show you how full automation works and how it can save you a ton of time because you don't have to think about anything. You don't have to touch anything once you get it set up. What you want to do is you want to get on the main feed. So this poshmark.com/feed. That's where Closet Tools full automation works fully. Any other page, all of the automations aren't completely enabled. The only automation that will run on every page is the automatic offer to likers. If you get a new like, then it'll send out those offers on other pages. But the full automation is fully enabled when you're on the main feed. Another important thing about Closet Tools is that it only runs when the browser tab is open. It can run in the background. So if I open other tabs and I go to other websites, that's fine. It'll run in the background. But if the Chrome browser is closed, or if the computer's off, or you're disconnected from the internet, then Closet Tools isn't going to run. On mobile, it's a bit different where if you're using it on a phone or a tablet, Closet Tools actually has to be open and running and visible on the screen for it to be running. If you switch to a different app on your iPhone or Android, then it actually won't run in the background. So I definitely recommend using it on a computer because you can just set it up. You just set your computer somewhere and it can just run 24/7 as long as it's connected to the internet and the browser tab is open, then it should just continue to run. I'm just going to show you how to set up full automation here. I'm in Closet Tools here, and there's these different tabs that you can do different things. I'm in the red circle tab. This is the full automation tab. And so what you want to do is you want to enable automation. This allows all of these different options. And so what we're looking at here right at the top, it just gives you a little bit of statistics of what's going on right now. Pretty much nothing's happening because everything's disabled. I did do a little bit of sharing just this morning. If we get down here, we see some of the automations. If you toggle this on, this is closet sharing here, right? So I'm sharing my closet's items. And what Closet Tools does with full automation is it spreads out the number that you put in these boxes across 24 hours. For this one, right, I'm doing 8,000 shares per day across 24 hours. And so that ends up being one share every 10 seconds. So you see that here, 10 seconds. The other thing that you can do with all of these automations is you can change the runtime to be the time window. If I go back up here, you see this time window here. And what this does is it restricts the sharing to between these two different times. In this case, 4 a.m. and 1 p.m. I don't think that's what you would want. I'd probably do something more like 6 a.m. and 1 a.m. or something like that. This is when the United States of America is generally awake, right? Like East Coast is up at 6 a.m. West Coast is up pretty late, comparatively to the East Coast. So, that's probably a decent time window. But anyways, yeah, so now it's spreading out 8,000 shares across that time window. And so you can see it's about 5 hours shorter than 24 hours. So now it's sharing every 9 seconds. If I really restricted this time window, say from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or something like that, now you see it's down to 4 seconds per share. That's actually the max limit that Closet Tools will share in full automation is 4 seconds. And so right now it's maxed out because it's trying to fit 8,000 shares into a few hours, 3 hours in this case. That's not really going to work. It's not going to be able to do all of that. But anyways, that's how the time window works. I personally just recommend you using always on. It just basically guarantees that you're kind of always showing up in people's feeds and sharing your items and staying active. In terms of how many shares per day, 8,000 to 10,000 shares per day is usually pretty good. One thing that's cool about Closet Tools is that it'll automatically detect if you're in share jail. So share jail is basically Poshmark has determined that you're sharing too much and they'll block you from sharing for a few hours. Closet Tools will automatically detect that. It'll stop sharing and then it'll continuously check over the next several hours. As soon as you're unblocked from a share jail, it'll start sharing again. So don't feel like you have to constantly babysit if you put in a number that's too high. So next, we have party self-sharing. So this just shares your items to any party that's currently going on. It'll go through and share all of your items once across the duration of the party. Send offers to likers is pretty cool. There's a lot going on here. Down here, we have these offer ranges and different offers that can be sent out. So right now I have 3 ranges. I have an offer from anything that's $0 to $29, anything from $30 to $99, and anything for $100 and up. And so basically what it does is it looks and sees, okay, what item am I sending an offer out on? How much did it cost? And then this is the offer structure that it'll send out. So first it'll send out a 10% off discount after 10 seconds. So as soon as somebody likes an item, if it's between $0 and $29, it'll send out this 10% off discount. Then 10 seconds later, it'll send out this 20% off discount. Now, what's cool about the offers to likers on Poshmark is that once a user gets an offer, it's active for 24 hours. So somebody that just likes an item is only going to get this 10% off. They won't get that 20% off because that first offer is active for 24 hours. After that first offer has been expired for 24 hours, that offer is valid for up to a month. So then you have to send a 10% more steeper discount to show up in the notifications for that user. Basically, the more offers you add every day, every consecutive day, you can send them a steeper discount. It's a cool way to capture people's attention. Somebody that liked your item, maybe they weren't interested in the 10% off discount, but the next day, maybe they are interested in 20% off. For something 0 to 29, you probably don't want to go too steep of a discount because then you're just not going to make any money. But for $100 and up, you can offer free shipping. You can go down to maybe 30% off, and you might still make a profit. And it's a pretty steep discount. It almost guarantees some activity on that item. So yeah, that's how the offers to likers work. The schedule offer on all items, you can either set it up daily or hourly or off. Off just doesn't send out any offers. But the way offers to likers works is it only sends out offers to new likes. So as soon as somebody likes an item, it sends out offers on that item. This setting will set it so that every day it sends out an offer on every item. So that just makes it so that you don't miss any new likes or anything like that. Every item gets sent out an offer for all likers because not all of your items get a like in a day. So this just guarantees that offers are going to be sent out on all of your items every single day. And you can do it hourly. I don't really think that's beneficial because, like I said, the offers are valid for 24 hours. So daily, I think, is good, especially if you have a few different offers. You can add more price ranges, like if you wanted to, do smaller windows and really custom offers. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do here. Yeah, and then there's the follow back and return shares. Those are pretty straightforward. Just if somebody follows you, it'll follow them back. If somebody shares your items, you can share items back. You can share one item or whatever. Follow new closets and share fresh closets. It finds new closets on Poshmark, and you can only do up to 1,000 in a day. That's actually Poshmark's limit. It's not Closet Tools' limit. And same for share fresh closets. You can do up to 1,000 a day. And a fresh closet is basically somebody that's just recently listed an item. And these lists are the same in the app, but you can't really access them on the website. And so Closet Tools is unique in that way where it's able to access those lists and share the fresh closets and follow the new closets. And these two things help you reach Poshmark ambassador status. You have to do these different things, and it keeps your account in good standing to do these different things. Next, we have party feed sharing. So what this does is it goes into the party feed and it randomly shares items during a party. In this case, I have 500 items per party, and that ends up being 2,000 items a day because there's 4 parties in a day. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And then follow closets followers. Basically what this does is if you pop in, some different closet that's maybe similar to yours, what you can do is follow the followers of that closet. It's set up to do 100 per day from that closet. You can add a few different closets in every day. It'll grab 100 new followers to follow. And that doesn't really help you make a lot of sales. It's mostly about building up your following. It's not much of a sales tactic. Certainly like sharing your items, sharing to the party, and the offer to likers. Those are some bigger sales oriented actions. Community sharing goes into the market feeds and it just shares random items from the feed. In this case, it's doing 1,000 per day, 1,000 times in one day. It's going to go to the feed, grab an item and share it. It shares other people's items, which prompts them to share your items. It exposes your listings to people that don't follow your closet. You'll show up in their main feed. And you'll also show up at the top of lists relevant for the brand and the category and things like that. So sharing other people's items gets your items shared more because other people can share your items. And then community following is the same way. It just goes into the market feed, whatever feed you select, and it'll follow random users that have shared items on that feed. And so yeah, that's pretty much all the automations. And what's cool about Closet Tools is that it resets every 24 hours and it'll run continuously so that it's just always on. It'll automatically solve captchas, and like I said, if you get put in share jail, it'll automatically detect that and it'll wait until you're out of share jail so you can continue to share. Just explaining some of the numbers. These numbers in parentheses are estimates of what Closet Tools is going to do in a day. In this case, we're doing about 12,000 shares in a day. You can see the number of actual shares going up and how this is updating. Same with the follows. We're set up to do about 2,000 follows in a day, and it's already done 107. And so yeah, then from there, you can just watch this feed and you see the activity going on. And this will show you everything that's happening. And it's really simple. Once you get it set up and your numbers right, how you want it set up, you just let it run and it'll run 24/7, and it should work really well for drumming up sales. Like I said, the sharing your items and the offers to likers are huge. And then I do really encourage sharing other people's items because that gets your items shared by other people. And I think that combination really helps drive sales on Poshmark because it keeps your items at the top of feeds. So anybody searching for stuff, it really boosts you up in the rankings. And then obviously if you're a Poshmark ambassador, then you're boosted in the rankings anyways. And then obviously if your closet has good ratings and things like that, it boosts your trust. All of those things combined with quality listings that are at fair prices, those things combined really help drive sales on the platform. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully it explains pretty much everything about full automation on Closet Tools. And I really recommend this is the way you use Closet Tools. I don't really think you need to go into different feeds and share different items and do a bunch of weird stuff. I think you should just set up full automation, let it run, and I think it's going to work really well for you. Let me know if you have any questions. The website's closet.tools. You can contact me there, or you can find more information about Closet Tools there.